What's up, Facebook Live 278. Check it out, got a little putt-putt right over here. We're down here in the Villages, Florida. Hope you guys are having a blessed and fantastic Saturday. Got a special guest here today. As you can see, the Spanish moss hanging off these beautiful trees down here. These oak trees are absolutely amazing down here. As you saw this morning, we were down at the softball fields with Dad. And I was talking to Dad about softball yesterday. I said, Dad, how many at-bats do you have? How long have you been here in the Villages? How many? So I'm going to let him share some of his stories of what he's been doing as a softball legend. Those of you guys back in Connecticut and Danbury know this man's been playing softball since he was a little boy, growing up over the town of Bethel and Danbury and all these little baseball fields. Every one of those he's played on, the football fields, the baseball fields, and we were sharing some pictures and stuff last night, going through the memory banks of all these things that we've done out there. Good to see you, Teresa. Good to see you, Chris. Happy Saturday, everybody. 278 of 366 Facebook Lives. And without further ado, I want to introduce you guys to the man who started this softball legend here in the Schirmer family, Albert Schirmer. So welcome, Dad.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Florida.
So my dad's got this Villages hat on here. You were telling me the story about the Villages hat. What was that when you first came down here? He was the stud softball player. They put him on a travel team. And where'd you go play your travel team? Somewhere down south somewhere.
We played all around Florida. It was a travel league.
The whole state of Florida. And I was asking you yesterday, I said, how many at-bats, Dad? You've been down here for what, 19 years?
Just about 19.
So almost 19 years Dad's been retired. What was your only regret?
That I didn't come down sooner.
I said, Dad, what was your only regret in life? He goes, I didn't retire soon enough, because once he came down here, he saw how much fun this was. And Shirley, as you know, your mom just celebrated her birthday. Dad's been down here for 19 years. He's 82 years young. Look how great he looks. We were out there golfing yesterday. You've had a softball game this morning. Playing shortstop still, guys. So it just shows you we are just getting started. But he was like, my only regret in life was I should have done this sooner. But see, this is what happens. We get addicted to the base hits. We get addicted to the home runs. And we want to just work. And all of a sudden it's like, well, I didn't realize. These guys out here that never know anything about the Villages. What are the top 3 things about the Villages?
Everybody is so damn nice.
Friendly people. That's down in
too many restaurants. You eat too much.
You definitely a lot of good eating down here in the Villages. I can attest to that. Because every time you turn around, it's either a party, drinking, or food. Got to be a recreation.
That's recreation.
So you got softball, bocce. They got archery down here. Clubs. What about all the clubs? How many clubs are there now?
Oh, there's probably about 500 different clubs.
500 different clubs. If you want to learn anything about anything down here, they got people from CPAs, real estate people. They have like the orchestra. They have like a big orchestra. You can rent the building out for free and go here and play in an orchestra, like an orchestra band and stuff.
Right. There's.
And one of the things my favorite Dad's lines is, most of this is just for show. So what about the Spanish Springs when you had that big building down there and the marble and how decorated these things are down there?
Oh, everything's just gorgeous. They really do it uptight.
Absolutely beautiful down here. Now, going back to the softball legend, so when you for your very first time you played organized professional baseball or softball?
Down here?
No.
In Danbury?
Your very first
organization, I'd say 21, 22.
21, but didn't you play baseball for Abatech?
Well, yeah, that wasn't professional though. That was high school.
Organized.
Oh, organized. Yeah.
Organized baseball. So he's been playing baseball at Abatech. Then he went on to softball and he had travels. Who remembers the California Cuties up there in Danbury? Mariano Brothers, Jerry DeJulia. I know the DeJulias, everybody out there knows about them. You played against these. Who were some of those guys on the other team that you played against?
And then we had Eddie Fainers.
Eddie Fainer. You guys out there in softball.
We played them 2 or 3 times, and we were really only a slow pitch team. We had to practice how to hit the fastball.
And didn't they have like the grapefruit? They had like a fast pitch. When Eddie Fainer came down the pitch, and they would always throw a grapefruit in there, guys, instead of a softball.
Somebody had that. I never got the grapefruit to hit.
I remember being a little boy going there, and I could smell the onions cooking. Jerry DeJulia had his grill set up. They always had the food down there, the drinks, the bees. I always remembered in the garbage can getting stung by the bees. But softball's like been in our blood and in our family for forever. So coming to the Villages, you had what? You were showing me yesterday, 7,000 at bats.
I'm working on 7,000.
Closing
6,000
in on
plus.
7,000 at bats just in the last 19 years. So I can imagine what the numbers must be before that, because you got down here at what, 62, 63 years old?
I was 64.
He was 64 years old when he came down here, and he's got close to 7,000 at bats. What's your career batting average right now, approximately?
592.
About 592. This man is batting. David Finney. David Finney's an excellent softball player. He knows all about softball, the difficulty of what it is to be consistent over a long period of time. So, how long have you been playing softball?
68 years.
68 years playing softball. Most of us would be lucky to live 68 years, never mind playing for 68 years. And here he is, David, as you saw this morning, some of those videos. He's running the bases. I got some videos to share with you guys later. He's diving at shortstop, picking up balls, flipping to second base. 4 for 4 today?
Yeah.
So he just raised that career average to 593 now. So this guy just keeps on going and going and going. So a guesstimation, and all the people that you met and all the places that you traveled to, total at bats in softball in 68 years, what would you guesstimate?
Of how many people hit that mark?
No, I'm saying how many at bats do you have in your lifetime?
Oh, lifetime.
If it's 7,000 down
God.
here, it's got to be 20,000, 30,000 at bats. It's got to be up there. You're playing that long, David Finney. David Finney's a good mathematician. He could probably figure this out better than we can figure it out down here.
Well, I played 2 leagues back home, and we have, what, 25 at bats at least this season? No, more than that.
So ultimately, it just shows you that consistency and keeping the body in motion. We've been talking about this. Whatever goes into motion stays in motion. So you've been playing this game for a very long time at a very high level. You've met a lot of great people. So my dad loves to connect with people. Everywhere he goes, he's saying hi to people and saying hello. So I get a lot of that from Dad. So Dad, I want to thank you for that, because most of us don't want to go out there and share this thing. So we've been on here for 278 days sharing all these messages. And our Al's Vending team, as David Finney knows, we've been 35 years together that I've been on. I know Monty and Skip's been longer than that. So we're closing on 40 years of playing softball. So when I say we're just getting started, I got 30 more years to catch up to this guy. If he's still playing softball on 3 teams, 2 teams now. 3?
Two teams now.
2 teams now. So he's down to 2 teams this year.
No more travel.
No more travel team. He's got the softball that he plays. He's got the golfing that he plays once a week. You have bowling starting up soon.
Bowling start up.
Bowling's doing it. So it just shows you that.
A lot of water volleyball.
Water volleyball too. So it's good for the body as well. So it just shows you that as long as you keep going, you can just keep that body moving. Whenever we stop, what happens when you stop?
You deteriorate.
You deteriorate. Everything locks up on you. Nothing's going to keep moving. So you got to definitely keep the body moving, keep the energy going, keep the flow state going. And that's the secret to success. We talk about this a lot in the next level. We always have to keep everything in motion. Don't stop. If you stop, we go backwards.
Favorite memory I have.
What's your favorite memory?
That's when I used to play with my 3 sons. We were all infielders. A double play ball was Schirmer to Schirmer to Schirmer.
I remember that play, actually. We were playing we had Schirmer's All-Stars teams back in, I remember Grandma Schirmer was there, and Harriet, Little John, Uncle John, and Joyce. What year was that?
Schirmer
80s?
All-Stars, that
80s?
was,
I think we had blue shirts we were wearing back in the day. And Stephen Fleischer, good to see you, brother. And I know that it's Schirmer to Schirmer to Schirmer double play tandem in the center. I remember the All-Star game that we played that one year. We were all playing against each other in the Danbury Softball League and the Industrial League, and every one of us represented our team that year. We played against each other. That was
the All-Star team.
That was one of my favorite memories as well. So, final thoughts, Dad, with going to the villages, playing softball, keeping everything in motion, having a beautiful wife by your side, someone to share in this enjoyment with. What's your final thoughts for the listeners out there? At 82 years old, how do you get to this space and still smiling, still having fun, still enjoying life? What's the secret?
I just hope I can go another 5 years.
Another 5 years he's asking for. That's not so much to ask, right? So 87 years old, playing ball down here, enjoying life. And so the number one thing I heard was, make sure you do it soon enough. His only regret in life was not retiring soon enough. And the reality was he could have retired sooner, but he was enjoying the vending business back in the day. You're enjoying the company.
I enjoyed working.
But see, we don't know what we don't know. He didn't know this was down here. He didn't know the opportunities were to down here and just play softball and play golf and enjoy life.
My biggest complaint was that my mother and father didn't move south early when I was a kid. And I could have been down here earlier.
You could have been here earlier. And that's the secret of Grandma and Grandpa. We were going through a lot of photos last night, and Dad was sharing me all the uncles and aunts. I didn't even know that we had these. So I'm writing on the back of the pictures of what year it was, who they were, 'cause we had no idea. Right?
It's tough to remember who they were.
He remembers the stuff from 30, 40, 50 years ago, but the stuff last week, we can't remember nothing.
That's the big problem.
Yeah. What was your number one memory last night going through the pictures? What came to you?
A lot of different things. Depending on which picture you're
your
looking at.
57 Chevy, right?
Well,
that was your favorite car?
My favorite car there, yeah.
Yeah, like the red and white stripe on it.
My first car.
What was your first car?
a 33 Plymouth.
A 33 Plymouth.
Coupe.
Anybody remember what a 33 Plymouth Coupe is?
One-seater, that's right, with a rumble seat.
A rumble seat. What was the one with the shifter on the floor?
That was my 48 Ford.
48 Ford. Who out there had a 48 Ford? Paulie Trudell, you probably remember the 48 Ford.
Cost me $75.
$75 for a car, guys. Could you believe that? So you have a 48 Ford with a shifter on the floor. That was the cat's ass back then, right, Christian Cicola? So what else about the cars that you remember driving? I know you were in the military. I saw pictures of you in the tank and feeding the squirrels at Central Park.
Yeah, we had a thing. It was called a miniature tank. Our job was to go out and look for tanks to take out.
So they were tank busters when Dad was back in the military, and I remember him sharing those stories with me. That's what got me to join the Army as well. So it's like we're always going to continue to repeat the patterns, and most importantly, make sure they serve us. So Dad, thank you for your time today. Thank you for sharing the villages with me here today. I'm going to show you guys a quick little putt-putt over here. Look at this place. We have a par 3 chip and putt all the way around this 18 holes. You can come out here anytime. They got live music. It's called Marsh View. Over here we just enjoyed ourselves. And look at Rita Kovacs. We got a little food stand right there. We just had that guy with that funky colored truck. He had ice cream. He's had a little ice cream over there. But ultimately, it all comes down to connection, creation, and contribution. So I love to connect with Dad. It's been almost a year and a half, 2 years since we've been down here with the COVID thing and everything else. And I truly enjoy and I am blessed to be able to have this opportunity to go out there and invest in a day of golf and watch Dad play softball again. And there's so many times in life that we take a lot of things for granted. Be sure not to take anything for granted. Final words, Dad?
Come on down and enjoy yourself.
The Villages is the place. If you guys have not been here, you have to come down and check this place out because it is absolutely the fun place for adults. What do they call it? The playground?
Playground for adults.
For adults. If you guys haven't been here, you have to absolutely come down here and try it out. Just get a hotel room, get around. They got Village Bucks still. They give you free Village Bucks.
Nah, they did away with that.
They did away all that.
Yeah,
They're so popular. They did away with that too. So, Dad, thank you for your time. Appreciate you. I love you. We'll see you soon.
Good luck, son.
All right, guys, keep showing up. They have not seen nothing yet, and when it's all said and done together, we're going to rise as one.